While evaluating the success of a new product or feature is crucial, the real reason behind this work is to identify what you can change or improve. This is why the sixth phase of the product management life cycle is iterate. During this phase, product managers ask questions like, how can I improve the product experience? Do we need to tweak our goals or focus? Should we double down on what's really working? Are R&D teams working on the right projects? And is this actually moving us closer towards achieving our business goal? It sounds simple enough. If something isn't working, iterate on it. The problem, though, is that a lot of companies build their product roadmaps so that once something is launched, they're on to the next thing, making it difficult to come back and act on the data that they have. Similarly, oftentimes product managers have a big vision for the feature they're building, but prioritize just getting some version of it out into the market. They launch it, move on, and never go back and actually realize the full vision of what they were trying to do. In some cases, it might be okay to move on and say, we solved this problem enough. But most of the time, you're losing out by not iterating to make the feature the best it can be for your users. In short, most new features, and definitely new products, could use at least a little bit of iteration to ensure that you're responding to the data that you're collecting. The good news is that you've likely already been operating under this data-driven, iterative mindset throughout all of the previous phases in the product management lifecycle. For example, you might have gotten to the build phase only to be presented with new data that caused you to go back into discovery and get more input from users. If you find yourself in a position where you have to move on after launching a new product or feature, I recommend baking in time later on to come back and figure out how to iterate. It might even be best to build time into your roadmap that's dedicated to evaluating what you've launched and identifying improvements. This will help instill continuous iteration into how you build and launch new things. Remember, it's not just about shipping the feature, it's about making sure the feature is solving a real problem for users and that they recognize it as the solution and actually use it. Additionally, before the build phase, I recommend setting expectations up front with your manager about the metric you're trying to move. This will help support your case to iterate after launch. Once you've identified an improvement you want to make, this takes you back to the beginning of the life cycle. Are you trying to achieve the same business outcome with this improvement or a different one? What discovery do you need to do to better understand the new problem you're trying to solve? How will you validate your ideas? And so on. I'll end with an example that demonstrates iteration in practice. After releasing a new payment request feature, Global Payments needed to know how users were engaging with it to ensure the feature was delivering on its intended value and solving the right pain points. They examined user journeys in their product analytics tool and saw that after using the new feature, 50% of users were then searching for the transaction to make sure that it went through. This highlighted what was missing, the ability to send a notification when a payment is completed. With this insight, the Global Payments product team had the information they needed to iterate quickly and improve this functionality for their customers.